not the start you wanted as they get a goal early on, but then you answered back. What did you see on that play in the first period from Dukovac to Daskis for the goal?
Good forecheck. Um, uh, we talked about having good forecheck pressure, which we did on that shift. Unfortunately, as you mentioned, the very first shift of the game, we just got to the wrong side of two of their players. And what Omaha continues to prove is that you get to the wrong side of them and they're going to put it in the back of your net, which they did. But I like the way our guys responded. Um, I'm not exactly sure what's going on in between the first and second period, but the last three games, the second period has been horrible. And tonight, I didn't think it was that bad. I thought two of the four goals were pucks that don't normally go in. They were kind of, a little bit leakers, I'd say. I'm not blaming anybody. We turned the puck over and all that kind of stuff, but it just didn't feel like the game was getting away from us except 4-1, and we took some unnecessary penalties. Obviously, another 20 men on the ice call. That will come back to me, and I take full responsibility for that. But for a player to jump on the ice when the person he's supposed to replace doesn't come off the ice, it's very difficult to explain. But I thought we killed penalties great against. I think it's the best power play in our league, or right there. So it was something, Tim, that parts of the game were poor, and some other parts weren't bad.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to bring up the penalty kill specifically, 6 for 6 tonight against the strong unit. What did you do well in that particular phase of the game?
Well, we got the results. I'm not sure our process was great. We didn't win enough faceoffs, and I don't think our clears were great. But other than that, it was really good. Zach Isaac's done a good job and made a couple of adjustments going into tonight to kind of answer the way they play on the power play. And I thought our guys responded pretty well. Ludes made a couple of huge saves in the first period, I believe, on their power play. But other than that, I thought we kept them fairly in check. We got a couple lucky bounces, but you have to get those when you go 6 for 6 against the power play like that.
Felt like you had some times of sustained possession in the offensive zone but then would turn into odd man rushes the other way from time to time. The last goal comes to mind. You get a shot from Barbolini, a shot from Helene, and all of a sudden it's a 3-on-2 the other way. Just, I mean, what did you see from kind of the way that developed from one end to the other, I guess?
First of all, those shots are they're not dangerous enough. We need to do more. We need to put more pucks on the other team's net. You've heard me say that 50 times if I've said it once, and we continue not to do it. But what ended up happening was, Tim, is we got caught watching. The people away from Barbolini or away from William when they were shooting the puck, they were watching. And we told our guys that what Omaha will do is they will take those pucks and block them and then take off and go the other way, which is exactly what they did do. It's frustrating because it's something we talked about before the game, but we had to learn the hard way.
Second period decisive. But is there anything that Omaha did differently in that period, or anything that really sticks out to mind? As you said, the last couple of games in a row now coming out of the first period tied, and then have had struggles in that middle.
Well, three pucks found the back of the net. That's something they did different. We turned the puck over. We got caught watching. So I don't know if it was something they did different. I think it was us. We got away from what we were doing in the first for the most part, and I think that's a sign of a team that hasn't won much. And again, you look at a team like Omaha who's won a bunch lately, especially at home, and they showed it. I mean, they counterattacked and the puck ended up in our net like good teams do.